Hello everyone. Do you remember the time when everyone was talking about indigo children? Of course, this concept is not scientific and has no serious logic behind it. However, it is used to describe especially gifted children. These children make scientific discoveries, create masterpieces, write music, and surpass the records of adult athletes. The truth is that the talents of these children are sometimes associated with interventionist traits such as autism or attention deficit disorder. However, the direct relationship between these diagnoses and being one of these children is still being questioned. Would you like to learn more about talented children from all over the world? Today, we will talk about incredible children who have broken many records so far. Let's move on to our video. Max Park. Did you know that there is an International Rubik's Cube Association? This association, based in Los Angeles, organizes international puzzle competitions. In 2017, Max Park, who participated from the United States, set an absolute record by solving the Rubik's Cube. He managed to solve it in about 6.39 seconds. It's incredible. Considering that an ordinary person might take hours to solve it and still fail, you have to admit that this event is quite impressive. Since then, this record has been broken, but Max is a child who is skilled enough to learn from many other achievements. For example, he holds the world record for solving the Rubik's Cube with one hand in 9.42 seconds in 2018. He has also managed to solve more complex versions of the Rubik's Cube with 4, 5, and 6 orders. Breaking records gives him pleasure. He spent just over a minute to solve the last one, which required twice as many algorithms as the classic version. Max successfully solved a 7-ordered Rubik's Cube earlier this year in just under 2 minutes. Max is a child who was diagnosed with autism at a young age. Doctors told his parents that puzzles could help children develop their social and motor skills. At that time, Max was even too weak to open a bottle of water. However, his parents say he has always had a competitive spirit. Max seems to want to be the best in everything, and he is quite successful in this regard. PJ Ball. PJ Ball is a young athlete who is quite experienced in a sport discipline that you may not be familiar with called cup stacking. This sport involves participants stacking and unstacking ordinary disposable cups in a specific pattern as quickly as possible. The sport was first introduced by an American physical education teacher in 1981 and has since become popular. Today, more than 8 million children compete in this sport in the United States, where it originated. P.J. Ball is currently 14 years old and has a lot of experience in cup stacking. 2 years ago, he traveled to 34 U.S. states with special mastery classes for schoolchildren and teachers. The main objective of the sport is for participants to stack and unstack the cups as quickly and orderly as possible. Cup stacking helps to develop certain areas of the cerebral cortex responsible for the subconscious mind, increases reading speed, and improves coordination. While cup stacking has its own set of rules and placement principles, the ultimate goal is to complete the task as quickly as possible. Athletes can easily stack and unstack the cups using 39 or 12-piece sets with air holes in their bases. PJ Ball performs this sport so quickly that your eyes can hardly perceive the movements. At first glance, cup stacking may not seem like a very useful activity, but it actually helps develop valuable skills. This sport particularly aids in the development of certain areas of the cerebral cortex responsible for the subconscious mind, increases reading speed, and improves coordination. Clark Kent. Even if you are not interested in Olympic sports, you have probably heard of American swimmer Michael Phelps. Phelps is the absolute champion in terms of the number of gold medals he has won in modern Olympic Games. He has also won world championships and water sports awards. At one point, he even decided to race against a white shark, but a hologram of a shark was used instead of a real one. The athlete lost by only a few seconds, but he is still considered the world's fastest swimmer. That's why he's called the flying fish. Of course, some people have managed to break Phelps' records. One of the people who broke Phelps' record is American Caleb Dressel, who surpassed the 100-meter butterfly swim time in Rio Olympics before Phelps retired. His time of 49.30 seconds is a few seconds faster than the record set in 1995. No swimmer in this age category had ever done this before. Meanwhile, a message congratulating Caleb Dressel was posted on Phelps' Twitter account. Dressel learned to swim at the age of 3 and began participating in professional games at the age of 6. In 4 years, he went from an ordinary kid to a world record holder. According to Olympic rules, Dressel cannot participate in the Olympic Games before the age of 15, but the young champion's biggest dream is an Olympic gold medal, and we are sure that he will win many medals in the future. Rudolph Ingram. Another world-class sports star has emerged as a successor to Usain Bolt. Last year, a regular kid named Indy Rim caught the world's attention by running 100 meters in an incredible 13.48 seconds, breaking all previous records. He has stated his goal of winning Olympic medals, and his ultimate dream is to break Usain Bolt's record of 9.58 seconds for the same distance. This 8-year-old is not only a talented runner, but he has also been successfully playing American football in the major leagues since he was 6 years old. Even famous basketball player LeBron James shared a video of Rudolph dribbling during a game. It's clear that he has a promising future as a sports star. Sun Xiaolin. Take a look at this video. What do you think this kid is doing? Is it some kind of clip dance or a complex exercise? Actually, none of these answers are correct. This kid is jumping rope so fast that the human eye can't see the rope. Sun Xiaolin's ability to see the rope and keep up with it is a mystery. Last year, this young Chinese boy managed to jump the rope 228 times in 30 seconds. The technique he uses is called a running step. In the meantime, he still holds the record for endurance and fitness by jumping the rope 1,141 times in 3 minutes, which is mind-boggling. The question remains, how did he keep up with the twisting of the rope while jumping, and how did they count all the jumps? You can try to do it yourself, but we doubt a correct number will come out. Tailuk Kaesam. Tailuk Kaesam is a child with incredible skills that you may not even know are recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. Hailing from India, this 8-year-old boy has showcased exceptional roller skating abilities. But this was not an ordinary roller skating show because that would be too simple. In 2017, Tailuk Kaesam skated 145 meters under wishes that were only 30 centimeters high. Since his childhood, he has been skating under low objects like gardens and fences. The most important thing is to open his legs fully while skating and not touch any obstacle or the ground. This sport is known to have originated from a dance that requires passing under a stick placed low to the ground without dropping or dislodging it. This dance is officially called limbo skating. Mohammed Al-Sheikh. Mohammed Al-Sheikh is a Palestinian teenager who is like a real-life superhero. His body is so flexible that it appears as if he has no bones, without the use of any special effects or computer graphics. In 2017, when he was just 13 years old, the acrobat made it into the Guinness Book of World Records by running 38 full circles around his own elastic body. Yes, you read that correctly. Mohammed's family says that he was born with an incredibly flexible spine, and while his agility will naturally decrease as he ages, he continues to improve his skills with daily special exercises. Therefore, no one can predict for certain what the future holds for him. Montana Kelly. We will talk about an incredibly touching story about a brave girl living in the United States. Texan Montana became the youngest climber in the world to conquer Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, just for fun. The girl was only 7 years old during the climb, but she didn't do it to break a record or have an adventure as you might think. Montana wanted to honor the memory of her late father. Her father had passed away when she was only 3 years old, but why did she climb again because of this? How could these two stories be related? Montana had accidentally overheard her mother's friend talking about climbing while they were chatting. She had started to be interested in the details of the incident as they talked more about climbing. Montana's mother had told her friend on the phone that when she climbed again, she had gone higher than the clouds. For Montana, it was like heaven, and she decided to visit this peak in Africa to be a little closer to her father. Of course, preparing for it was not easy. Kilimanjaro is only a little less than 6,000 meters high, and in fact, many adults are not strong enough to reach the summit. However, Montana's mother was a professional sports coach and a former athlete, so she was very careful during her daughter's training. In March 2018, Montana managed to reach the summit with her mother after a 6-day climb. The girl did not complain about anything during the entire journey. She continued to climb for hours every day to get closer to her goal. Considering that about a third of adults give up halfway and cannot reach the summit of the legendary African mountain, we can say that this team of mother and daughter achieved a pretty great success.